Dan Mingde, whose name can be read as Xie Mingde in Chinese, is a Vietnamese student studying in China. He came to China on a Chinese government scholarship and currently is a third-year undergraduate student at Beijing Foreign Studies University, majoring in translation between Chinese and Vietnamese.
I
am from Hanoi. I have been studying in China for about 1 year. I have always dreamt of coming to study in China. Here at Beijing Foreign Studies University, we can study lots of Chinese civilization and Chinese literature. For example, 2 of my favorite courses are Chinese idiom and business Chinese. Those courses help me to communicate with local Chinese people fluently and know more about Chinese culture.
The 24-year-old says currently many cultural and people-to-people exchanges between China and Vietnam on multiple social media platforms, including TikTok, Bilibili.com and more. For example, many young Vietnamese can find their favorite Chinese martial arts videos online, and some Chinese can also learn about Vietnam by watching short videos. As for Dan Mingde, who speaks fluent Chinese, he's quite clear about what he wants for his future.
As we know, Chinese President Xi Jinping is paying a state visit to Vietnam, which is sending out a strong signal of strengthening friendship between the two sides. I really hope I can become a translator in the future so that I can serve leaders from both sides while making a contribution to enhance bilateral communication.
As of last year, about 14,000 Vietnamese students are studying in China. They're pursuing majors such as Chinese, Vietnamese translation, tourism, and international commerce, and more. With the increasing people-to-people and cultural exchanges between the two sides, more and more Vietnamese students are coming to China to study. Wen Zifo and Wang Zizuwen are also among those Vietnamese students. After learning Chinese for many years, they easily shared with us their thoughts on traditional Chinese poems and even on the dialects, also known as the sayings of Confucius.
I like modern Chinese literature. Another of my favorite courses is Finding China in the Dialects of Confucius. Actually, I have heard a lot of well-known Chinese phrases when I was small in Vietnam. After learning that, I finally found those phrases were made by Confucius.
And for the future of people-to-people connections between China and Vietnam, they all take a positive attitude.
就像孔子曾经说，有朋自远方来。
Just as Confucius said, it's a pleasure to have friends coming from afar. As a Vietnamese student who studies in China, I really hope more and more international students can come to China to experience Chinese life and culture here.
Besides receiving Vietnamese students, many Chinese higher education institutions have also sent delegations to Vietnam to carry out academic exchanges in the fields of economy, law, tourism, and more. In a signed article by Chinese President Xi Jinping published in the Vietnamese newspaper, the Chinese leader shares his belief that the small creeks of ever closer people-to-people interactions are converging into a mighty river of friendly ties between China and Vietnam. Yu Yang, CGTN, Beijing.